Hello guys, what's up? Ilia Laporev here and welcome back to another cello technique tutorial where we're gonna cover study number 23 by Louis Feuillard, Studies of the Young Cellists. The study that we're going to do today is a wonderful warm-up exercise for the left hand, so for the fingers. So if you don't have enough time to warm up before a concert, or in general you don't want to waste time, practicing hours of scale, this is a wonderful exercise to warm up. It just will take 2 minutes of your time, but you need to do it right. But we're gonna do that step by step. Before we're gonna dive right into it, don't forget of course to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell in order to not to miss anything of my upcoming videos. And now I'm very thrilled to do this exercise together with you, so let's do this! So first of all, for those that are new in cello playing, I want to explain to you what are the first, second, third and fourth positions. This is very easy. So let's start with the first position. First position is here. That's the first position. Now we go to the second. Second, you just move 1 centimeter further. And this is the second position. Or this. Right, now we move to the third position, which is this. And lastly, we have the fourth position, which is here. Right, so quickly I'll repeat it again. So this is the first position. Now second. Now third. And now fourth. So now you know what are the 4 positions. So with that said, let's go play this exercise through. It's not a very difficult exercise, but still there are a couple of things that I want to mention so that you know the right way of practicing this and the right way to perform, to execute this etude. So first of all, of course, we see this is a study for the left hand, but I want also to focus with you on the right hand. Although it's not written there, it's study for the left hand, not for the right hand, but always we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But okay, it's a study for the left hand, so let's focus first on the left hand thing. So what you noticed when you're playing this, or when you heard me playing this, that we have several notes that it sounds equally, but we are using a different fingering. I have a tutorial about this, so check it out before you continue with this exercise, so you know what is waiting you here. So, and what do I mean with that thing that you play the same note, but you're using a different fingering? Well, it's easy, so check it out in the first bar. Let's go. So we have this note with the second finger, as you can see. But now the next one, we need to play the same note with the first finger. See? That one. So basically this exercise is for that. So it's for this mini shifts. I don't know the right name for it, so I just invented the name mini shifts. So when you play that one note, the next note is gonna be the same note but with another fingering. In the second bar we have the same. Then the third bar. And so on. So your job is here to figure it out, where do you have these notes where you have to play the same note but you change the fingering. So your job is gonna be like for each measure, try to figure out. So for instance, I'm gonna help you now with the first bars, okay? The rest is on you, that's your homework. So the first bar, we're gonna check it out. Aha, there's the first one. So there we put a note. So we note it down, okay, or you put it on the score like, aha, this one. Then we go to the second bar. There it is. So take a pencil, note it down. Third bar. Aha, note it down. And the rest you do by yourself. So after when you have noted everything down, like when you have marked on the score, like these are the dangerous places, then you practice only these two notes, okay? So you're gonna do it like this. So I have marked on the score, so we just do the things that are marked on the score. And you go back. Do that a couple of times. Fine, if you're happy with it, you continue with the second bar. And there we have marked this. Happy? Okay, then you move on to the next bar. Okay, and so on. Once you have discovered these notes, when you have done it very well, then you can try to play like one whole bar. So yes, good. Nice. Now let's try the second bar. Only the second bar. Well, it starts above. Nice. I'm happy. What about you? So when you're happy, then you try to connect these two bars together. So it goes like this. Good. And then you do that for the rest of the exercise, okay? So this is my favorite way of practicing. So I really like to focus where the difficulty is. So for instance, these two notes, I mean, it's not really difficult for me, but I'm just explaining to you how you should practice in case if you have difficulties. So practice these two notes, do that a couple of times so that your fingers memorize the distance, they memorize everything, the movement and so on. You repeat it a couple of times, I don't know, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, some of you will need 50 times, sorry to say that, but it's important to repeat it many times so you're feeling more familiar with that movement. And then when this is done, you play the whole measure and then you go like bit by bit. So really practice part by part. This is the best way. It's maybe a slow process, but results are guaranteed here, okay? So yeah, that's basically it for this exercise. But as I have mentioned before, you can always find other things. So okay, we're still in the left hand. So what is the next thing that I want to mention? We have some finger extensions. So that means we have to spread with our finger. So what happens? In the first to the second bar, we have this. Now we have an extension, see? So maybe for some of you, it's gonna be hard to do finger extensions. So I have a trick for that. I mean, it's not really a trick, but I see from many beginner students or children that their left arm, it's pretty like going backwards. And then when you do a finger extension, meanwhile your arm is to the back, it's very difficult. your fingers are limited. So let me show you. Wrong, right? So already this is difficult, you know, to hit the pinky. And I don't really recommend, you know, to put your arm, really to the back, because in the long term this is going to be tiring so much, you know, for your fingers, and it's just going to feel uncomfortable. So I suggest you know, when you have extensions, help a little bit with your elbow. Put your elbow a little bit more to the front. So try to point your elbow to that direction, not there, but just a little bit, because like this also, that doesn't work. So make sure that your elbow is very straight, natural, and move a little bit, like a fraction over an inch, or just like 1 centimeter to the front. Try to point over there. This is important. Let me show you. See, so I'm moving my elbow just a tiny little bit, and this helps, you know, for the finger extensions. So do this for the whole exercise. You can also, you know, mark on the score, like, okay, where do we have finger extensions? So each measure that you find finger extensions, note the down, and then you practice also part per part until you get the feeling. Sometimes it's not even about moving the elbow a little bit. Sometimes you can move your hand a little bit forward, but again, it's a very small movement. For instance, in the third line, third bar, when we are on the C string, so on this string we have this, right? So this is a finger extension. So see what I do with my hand? A little bit. So I don't stick like this. See, because if I don't move, if I hold it backwards, I'm very limited. So it's that movement. So try to find this, practice this, experiment, because cello playing is about experimenting. You need to feel what is comfortable for you, but the result needs to be good. It doesn't matter, you know, if you have to play. I mean, it does matter actually, but in general, it's no problem if you use a hack or a trick or something. That's no problem at all. I want results. That's what I want, and I'm sure you also want some results. So all right, these are the two crucial things for the left hand here in this exercise. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about the right hand. What can be a little bit tricky also is the fourth line, starting from the third measure. So when we have some string crossing, and in the meantime we have a string crossing, we have also a shift going on. So this one here. See, so we have a string crossing and we have a shift. So two things that we need to pay attention at once. So you have marked this already in your score, of course, I suppose. So you're gonna practice this. So how to do this shift? So what happens often? What I see often, what people do, they start to jump. So they do this. They get stressed. No, gentle. But you need to slide with the pinky, so, and then you need to find the right timing to go to the other string. So actually, let's just do the slide. But at the moment you slide with your pinky, your index finger, the finger that you're gonna use next, goes already on the other string. So don't do like this. So don't stay. No, this is wrong. So on the moment you slide, your first finger is already. So this needs a couple of tries, okay? So you need to try this out, I don't know, a couple of times, like 10 times, 20 times. But the most important is that try to shift smoothly. So don't stress, don't jump, don't do either this. No, not heavy. Light, you know, as you would, you know, take care of something or somebody. So okay, you can do that, of course, you know, with a little glissando in the beginning, just for practicing. So like that. So okay, there we have it. Then the next one we have at the last line, first bar. So same principle, same thing. See, so you practice this as well. This is gonna take a little bit of your time. This probably is gonna be the most annoying thing in this whole exercise. But again, the way of practice is repeat, 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 study, 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 practice, practice, practice. And then you connect the bar before and so on. You know already the drill, you know how it goes. So please invest some time in this, and then afterwards you're gonna be so grateful that, wow, I can slide and cross strings together at once. So this needs a little bit of time. Okay, I've mentioned before that string crossing with the sliding would be the last thing of this exercise. No, there is still one more last thing. Try to play this exercise beautifully, so with a beautiful sound. So don't just play, you know. No, try to get a round sound. You know, because okay, this is a study for the left hand, but why not to develop already things for the right hand? So to find a very nice, you know, legato. So try to connect very well. You can practice this etude, you know, note per note. So you can do like that. Sing. So round sound. So not this. No, let's avoid this, okay? Okay, so that was it actually for today's cello lesson. This is a very exciting exercise and a very good exercise. As I told you before, a great warm-up. You know, you can do this in 2 minutes and you're warmed up immediately. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great practice, have a great day, and see you soon.